James, speaking shortly after today's defeat at home against Halifax, what were your thoughts on how the game unfolded?
First one, I just want to say congratulations to Halifax. I thought they deserved to win the game. I thought they were the better team on the day. Dealt with some adversity going against them in the first half pretty well, to be honest. That's something we can learn from, because when we were 18-6 up and we've thrown an intercept pass, I think we've fallen to pieces a little bit after that for a good 5-10 minutes. Halifax scored a couple of tries on the bounce. Lesson there is we just need to move on to the next part of the mission, and rather than letting it impact on us as it did. But yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Halifax today. I thought they were really good.
And what was it that you thought your team didn't quite execute as well in the second half, which would have got us back into the game, I suppose?
Initially I thought our defence, obviously we conceded 40 points, so it goes without saying, but the different components of our defence that were just nowhere near the levels that we've seen consistently this season. Some of our contact was off, timing wise, our detail in terms of our third man effort, squashes, conceding offloads, when we looked at individuals in their team and we knew what was coming. And then some of our, probably say, cohesion on the edges as well, defensively, some of the decisions we came up with and some of the outcomes. Yeah, there's some room for improvement, that's for sure. But we are doing a lot of good things. We are third. If we win next time out against Sheffield, we'll be third at the halfway point. I think everybody at the club would have taken that. But let's not brush it under the carpet. There's some stuff for us to improve on.
You said there that team are still in third, which is a pretty strong start to the season, especially compared to last year. Going into the Sheffield and London short turnaround, how important is getting prep right now? Yeah,
well, I think the week off, it's a great time now for us to recharge our batteries. There's a number of players carrying niggles, so we're going to use a week the right way. And then we've already spoken about a response. We've been well beaten on our own field. We don't like it, but sometimes it happens. And as I said, I thought Halifax were great. It's all about us now in terms of our response. So we've still got to stick together as a group. Look at some stuff that's probably going to make us a little bit uncomfortable on Tuesday, but aim up at being better.
The team was obviously without a handful of players probably today through injury and concussion protocols and such, but Bailey Antrobus came in and made his debut for the club. What do you make of how he went this afternoon?
Yeah, well, firstly, I don't think it's right to speak about the players that were missing. So I'm glad that you flipped that onto Bailey there. I thought his effort was excellent. He looked a real handful when he carried the ball. And I think we've potentially got a real find there.
And on the players who are missing this weekend, who can we expect back for the Sheffield game?
Probably a little bit early to say, really. Well, obviously Paulie is off his suspension now, so he'll come back into contention. Hopefully Levi, obviously Leeds will lead on that, because obviously he's their player, and they're a great organisation, Leeds, and so we'll get some comms around that and we'll get a clearer picture. Oggy should be available. I think he'll probably be a week or two too early for Brendan, but we'll see how he responds. So we'll be in a decent spot. We'll be in a decent spot for that weekend, the kind of two games over the weekend, and we'll need to be.
You're obviously quite deflated, and the players are as well, but it is a really strong start to the season so far, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I can dwell on things better than anybody probably in the world. I've just told the players that I don't want them to. I want them to move past it, stick together, and let's aim up at a response. So maybe I should take some of my own advice on.